Hey there, Halloween fans. I am Nick. Hope everyone's doing well today. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please, if you can, hit that subscribe button. If you're one of my awesome returning viewers, welcome back. Thanks again for watching, and thanks for all your guys' support. You guys are great. I got an interesting video today. I am going to talk about my top 10 worst decisions of the Halloween franchise. Now look, you guys know me. I love this franchise. I can't get enough of it. I want to talk about it all the time. I want to watch the movies all the time. I love it. That being said, as we all know, there's a lot of shitty decisions that were made in this franchise. And that's going to happen anytime you are in a franchise where there's, over 10 movies. But some of the decisions this franchise has made have just been god-awful. And I'm going to give my top 10 worst decisions. So, let's start right off at number 10. My 10th worst decision. Wow, sorry, I can't talk. 10th worst decision in the franchise is going to be not including Halloween 2 in the timeline for Halloween 2018. So that was a long explanation, but basically not including what happened in Halloween 2 in the latest installment and in the upcoming trilogy. And the reason for that is this. I think it would be more realistic to have that, or have the events of Halloween 2 happen. What I mean by that is Laurie's obviously turned into kind of a Linda Hamilton, town crazy person with the guns and everything. I think it'd be more realistic if Michael kept coming after her and the events in the hospital happened. Instead of killing 3 people, obviously they were friends, but instead of killing 3 people, he kills 16 people and just keeps coming, and he's shot and he keeps coming back. I just think that'd be more realistic for the arc of her character. But I'm not trying to say that what happened to her in the original Halloween wouldn't be traumatic and wouldn't affect her life dramatically. That's not what I'm saying, because it would, because it had to be just a horrific experience. But if you include Halloween 2 in there, then wow. Then I get where she's at right now. Now, obviously, look, I know there's some logistic reasons in there. They didn't want to make her Michael's sister again. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But yeah, I just think as far as Laurie's character going, you take out the brother-sister, that's fine. But somehow they needed to work Halloween 2's events in there to make her arc realistic. So that's number 10. Number 9 is going to be the explanation of the ending of H2O in Halloween Resurrection. Look, we all know in H2O, at the end, right at the end of the movie, she cuts Michael's head off. But they make another sequel, and it turns out she cut off a paramedic's head because Michael switched outfits with the paramedic and walked off into the woods. And the reason the paramedic didn't say anything was because Michael crushed his larynx so he couldn't talk. What? God, just terrible. They should have ended the series there. But the fact that they come up with this god-awful explanation is horrible. So what, we're to expect that, we're supposed to get an image in our head of Michael being naked, switching clothes with the guy? Or just in his boxers? Or tighty whities, or whatever the fuck he wears? Come on. God, that pisses me off. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. So that's number 9. Number 8 is going to be turning Michael into basically a Jason Voorhees clone. And what I mean by that is robotic movements in Halloween 2, just kind of, that's where it started. And then, Halloween 4, he comes back, and, he's basically, he's not a zombie like Jason became, but he basically is. He can take any damage. He's basically a Jason Voorhees clone. When in the original, he's running, he's, emerging from the darkness. He's the true essence of the shape. His supernatural abilities in the original Halloween, were very minor things where you were just kind of like, what's going on here? What am I seeing? But then they turn it into, like I said, a Jason Voorhees clone. So that's number 8. Number 7 is going to be the setting of Halloween H2O. Look, I understand that in order to have the storyline of Laurie going into hiding, changing her name, pretending she, faking her death, she wasn't just going to stay in Haddonfield. Totally 100% get that. But why California? Why not go to the East Coast or something. And basically why I'm saying that is the setting of a Halloween movie is very, very important. Haddonfield is in the Midwest. It's in Illinois, obviously. So it's got a vibe to it. A Halloween autumn vibe. California, as much great things as that state has, does not have that. Taking her to the East Coast, at least the weather is a little chillier. You can at least have more of a Halloween tone to the movie. So it really bothered me from a Halloween perspective, Halloween setting perspective, Halloween season perspective, that it was set in California. So that's number 7 for me. Number 6 is going to be The Curse of Thorn. So obviously in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, they come up with an explanation for why Michael does what he does, why he is what he is. And they came up with The Curse of Thorn, a druid cult, depending on which version of Halloween 6 you watch. And it's just stupid. It didn't do it for me. I get that by Halloween 6, the 6th installment of a franchise, the 5th installment with Michael Myers, that you're going to have to explain some shit. Get that? I don't have to like it, but I understand that. But what they came up with was terrible for me. Michael Myers being controlled by a druid cult is fucking stupid. And I don't have anything else to say about that except for it's fucking stupid. So I actually don't mind some parts of Halloween 6, but the explanation part, big issue. So let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is going to be The Mask in Halloween 4. This, for me, is the worst mask in the series by far. I know a lot of people hate The Mask in Halloween 5, and I agree it's not a good mask. But Halloween 4, it's horrible. It's so distracting to me. There's even one scene where Michael's wearing a pink mask with blonde hair in the schoolyard scene. Yes, look that up if you've never seen it. It's ridiculous. But that's not even the worst part of it. I mean, well, that's pretty bad. But just the mask in the movie, it's just horrible. There's no features on it. They took the blank, pale, emotionless face aspect of Loomis's speech 10 times too far. And I know what happened. I know the backstory where, the mask came and they ended up having to paint white over it and it took away all the features. But it looks horrible. It doesn't even look close to the mask in the OG Halloween. And I understand why would it, because, he picked it up at the store, with the Vincent drugstore. But I don't like it. I find the mask distracting as hell. I really wish, as I've heard some people say, they could do a deep fake with, the Halloween 2018 mask or something. God, could you imagine that in this movie? That'd be awesome. But yeah, Halloween 4 mask, horrible. So that's my 5th worst mistake, or worst decision of this franchise. Number 4, let's venture over to Rob Zombie territory, and that is giving Michael a backstory. Not just any backstory. A backstory where he is living in a white trash hillbilly house, and that is the reason for his evilness, or however you want to say it. Unwatchable to me. Terrible to me. Skull fucking horrible. I don't even want to talk about that one either because it just makes my blood boil. But I hated that explanation. Hated every bit about it. It's just fucking stupid. Rob Zombie, I like you as a director, not as a writer. You could do better. So yeah. Top 3, guys. The 3rd worst decision of the Halloween franchise is Busta Rhymes. They had some minor success in Halloween H2O, having a rapper in there. I say minor success because the movie was successful. So what do? In the next installment, they bring another rapper, and it happens to be Busta Rhymes. I have no issues with Busta Rhymes. As a rapper, he's a whatever actor, but they made his character disrespect Michael Myers. And I'm not even talking about the worst line in franchise history, "Trick or treat, motherfucker." I'm not even talking about that line. I'm talking about when he's wearing the Myers costume, talks to Myers actually in the house. He thinks it's another guy in this costume. He thinks it's one of his Dangertainment people. And, he's basically bitch slapping Michael Myers verbally, disrespecting him. And Michael just looks and walks away. Are you kidding me? You cannot disrespect the main antagonist of this franchise and live to tell about it. Dear Lord. Horrible. Unforgivable for me. So that's number 3. Number 2, I told you we'd get to that, or get to this, and it is the brother-sister connection. Carpenter, you had your 6-pack of beer. You had The Empire Strikes Back on your mind. So you threw in a family connection. Not good. Not good. It basically pigeonholed where they can go with this franchise. Michael's trying to kill his family members. So then he has to go after his niece, and then the baby, and then John Strode. It just pigeonholed the franchise. When Michael is supposed to be, the shape is supposed to be motiveless. Motiveless, yeah, that's a word. Motiveless, and have, no meaning for doing what he's doing. That is scary. I don't like the brother-sister connection. I understand it's kind of embedded into the pop culture consciousness, so I get that a lot of people are fans of it. I am not. Laurie never even had a reaction to learning this information. She had a couple scenes, a couple dream sequences that she remembered, and then you had the Loomis Marion Chambers speech in the back of the Marshal's car. That's it. That is it. You take those out of the movie's the exact same. But the continuation of the franchise can continue, and they can go wherever they want with it, but they pigeonhole themselves with this. So that's my number 2. And number 1, you might wonder why I have not mentioned anything from Halloween 5. That's because it's the entire fucking movie of Halloween 5 is my number 1. I'm just going to rattle some things off here, and this is just off the top of my head. The Myers house turns into a gothic mansion. Clown cops killing off Rachel so unceremoniously at the beginning of the movie. Tina. Michael floating down a river. Michael in a jail cell wearing his mask, kind of twiddling his chain. Horrible, horrible, horrible. You can make the argument, and I agree with this, that Halloween 5 systematically destroyed the franchise. If it wasn't for Halloween 5, we'd have no Curse of Michael Myers, we'd have no Curse of Thorn, we'd have no Man in Black. They wouldn't have had a retcon, the Thorn trilogy. We wouldn't have H2O, which I know a lot of people love it. I do not. But I get that a lot of people love it. But then we won't have Resurrection. Maybe they don't have to reboot the franchise with Rob Zombie's pieces of crap. Halloween 5 is the root cause of everything wrong with the franchise, because it just made them go in directions that were, quite frankly, idiotic. So that is all I have to say about the worst decisions, of the franchise. Let me know what you guys think is the worst decision. Love hearing your guys' opinions. Let me know what you disagree with me on, because I'm sure I'll have some disagreements on this, because I know a lot of people like a lot of shit that I talked about. Not all of you. And that's what's great about this franchise is, we can debate this shit till the cows come home. So, let me know what you think. Like I said, thanks for watching.